All right. Shalom, shalom. Now, before I continue on with this lesson, of course, excuse me. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Chakwadash. Give a double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations towards your hopeful elect that's been sincerely pushing this truth. I'm the brother Zakaria, coming at you from the GMS Campbell Church. Back at it again with another lesson in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, that the whole world ignorantly called God and Jesus Christ. Shalom, shalom. Now today's lesson, I'm going to continue on with this not Jeremiah, but Isaiah 34. Okay, and this time we're going to start at verse 10. Just to continue on, because I believe last video, me and the brother Kasaida, we ended it off at verse 9. So today I'm going to pick it up at verse 10. And we're going to end off at verse 13. So Lord willing, it be edifying. It's Isaiah 34, starting at verse 10. And it shall not be quenched it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. Okay? And this is after the destruction of America. All right, Babylon the Great, aka America. Remember, there's going to be a day that it shall burn as an oven. Okay, and through that destruction, there's going to be a lot of fire and brimstone via the missiles and via the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah that the whole world ignorantly called UFOs. Okay, those are the heavenly vehicles that the angels operate. Okay, now it says it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. All right, for a memorial. Okay, this place is about to get hit so bad to the point where the smoke is going to go up forever, to remind you that this was Babylon the Great, and to remind you, never be like this place. All right, this place is full of madness, confusion. It's very, very bitter. Okay, very, very dark and evil. Put a lot of pressure on you. You name it, man. So this place is going to get wiped out. Continuing on in verse 10. From generation to generation, it shall lie waste. And matter of fact, the part that I just read about the smoke thereof shall go up forever, it kind of reminded me of 9/11. I remember back in middle school, I was in social studies class, and I ain't gonna say his name, but the teacher, he basically showed us a video of actual footage. I was too young, you know what I'm saying, but he showed us the video on what went down that day, what actually happened. And once the towers fell, I actually remember all that smoke. And if you do some research, I believe that smoke ascended up to the sky for about 2 to 3 months. I could be wrong. Okay, but all that dust and all that smoke was just ascending up to the skies and stuff, man. Okay, it kind of reminds me of that, where it says the smoke thereof shall go up forever. But in this case, it's going to literally be forever. It's going to be a memorial. It says from generation to generation, it shall lie waste. In other words, this place is going to get wiped out, and it's going to be a desert. Okay, it says none shall pass through it forever and ever. Yeah, man. You know how these Edomites, and if you don't know what an Edomite is, first of all, Esau, Edom, that's their true identity, their true heritage, their true lineage. The same people, the same individuals that call themselves so-called Caucasian, so-called white man, all right, whatever the case might be, that's their true forefather. That's where they actually came from. That's their lineage. Okay, Esau, Edom. So you know how all these Edomites, they'll be on social media recording themselves, going here and going there, going to Australia, doing snowboarding and rock climbing, trying to go up Mount Everest, and man, it's not going to be none of that. All right, you're not going to be able to come here to America because it's going to be a desert. All right, and plus, started with Esau, Edom, and these other nations, they're going to be in captivity, believe it or not. All right, they're going to be slaves, so they're not going to be able to have that will anyway. Continue on, verse 11. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. Now I do have images right here. This is a cormorant, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's a wild bird. You see? This one ain't a stingray. Yeah, that's a stingray. It's off. But hey, man, these are those wild birds. Okay? And it says bittern. Now, I did pull up a bittern as well. It's also another wild bird. And if you paid attention to these two birds' environments, their habitation or whatnot, it's like they kind of dwell in like dry, flat land. This place, America, is going to get flattened out. Okay? It's going to be a desert. See this? It's a funny looking bird, but hey, these are the wild birds that the scriptures actually mention. Okay? Going back to Isaiah 34, verse 11. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion, excuse me. And it kind of reminds me of, let's say, for instance, I want to go to Nashville. Before I get to Nashville, I got to hit Chattanooga. All right. And I actually have to cross over in Tennessee. And what I'm trying to say is, when you're traveling, they have big old signs to tell you, hey, welcome to Tennessee, welcome to Chattanooga, welcome to Nashville. Okay. And also on the way back, welcome to Atlanta, welcome to Macon, wherever you are. All right. Just an example. The Lord's going to get rid of all that. You're not going to be able to tell, where was what, if that makes sense. Like, you're not going to be able to say, oh, there go Florida. Oh, I remember. Oh, yeah, Georgia's right above it. And, Alabama, Kentucky. Oh, over there is LA and Arkansas, South North Dakota, Washington, D.C. You're not going to be able to do none of that. Okay? This place is going to get flattened out. It's going to deteriorate. It's going to get burnt up. The lake of fire, okay? It says, verse 11, and the stones of emptiness, all right? So, because this place is going to get wiped out. No one's going to come over here, all right? No one's going to travel over here. No one's going to dwell over here, go out camping over here. No. Verse 12, they shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there. And all her princes shall be nothing. Exactly. Nothing. Once America fall, remember, the scripture says what? The fashion of this world is going to pass away. There's no more, financial business and, this, that, and the third, trading, oil and steel, cargo, nothing, man. All right? This place is going to be wiped out and destroyed. Continue on. In verse 13, it says, and the thrones shall come up in her palaces. So like I said, thrones, excuse me. Let me reread that, man. And thorns shall come up in her palaces. Nettles, if I'm pronouncing that right. And brambles. Now, I believe these are just two wild, not wild, but basically two bushes. Like a wild bush. Kind of reminds me of the bushes over there in these different deserts of Africa. Okay, how it'd be like a little bush here and there. And then you have the wild desert animals. Okay. That's literally how it's going to be like over here in America. But 10 times worse. It's going to actually be a memorial. Or not to be. Because again, this is the valley of shadow of death. And it's going to be wiped out with fire, man. Okay. And it says, in the fortresses, thereof, and it shall be an habitation of dragons and a court for owls. Yeah, man. Lizard-like creatures, actual owls, stuff like that, man. So, that concludes today's lesson. Lord willing, I get 14 all the way, through 17. Go ahead and complete it tomorrow. So, until the next lesson, shalom.